A source has extraordinarily claimed Prince Harry has settled for a multi-title deal which will include his announced memoir, a book to be published after the Queen's death. A wellness guide was written by Meghan Markle and a fourth book, the focus of which is yet unknown. However, a representative of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex has hit back at this report. Prince Harry's response to the source's claim has been reported by Omid Scobie, the co-author of the Sussex's biography Finding Freedom. He wrote on Twitter, a report claiming Prince Harry is holding back a second book, of a multi-title deal, for after the Queen's death seems to be wide of the mark. A Sussex rep says there's no project coordinated around such an event, adding that it would be factually inaccurate to suggest otherwise. The Daily Mail reported the source making the new claims surrounding Prince Harry's book deal. They continued, his starting price was $25 million, £18 million, and the final figure was way north of that, possibly as much as $35 minus $40 million, £25 minus $29 million. Those involved were actually very shocked by his approach, which was to look at him coldly and state his demands $25 million. In Britain, publishing is still a rather gentlemanly industry. It's high stakes, but is still conducted in very genteel terms. The source added, the final contract was actually for a 4-book deal, with Harry writing one when his granny dies. Meghan will write a wellness-type book and people are unsure what the fourth will be. But what is most shocking, frankly, is Harry's suggestion that the second book won't be published until the Queen is no longer here. People will start asking what has he got, who is he going to target? The very idea of this unexploded bomb, hanging about waiting for the Queen to pass, is just extraordinary and may strike many as being in very bad taste. The Daily Mail reported lawyers acting for Meghan and Harry said the claims made by the newspaper were false and defamatory. Express.co.uk has contacted representatives of the Sussexes for comment. Prince Harry announced on Monday he is writing an intimate memoir covering his whole life, from his childhood to his decade in the army, from his blossoming relationship with Meghan to becoming a father. He said, I'm writing this not as the prince I was born but as the man I have become. I've worn many hats over the years, both literally and figuratively, and my hope is that in telling my story, the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned, I can help show that no matter where we come from, we have more in common than we think. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to share what I've learned over the course of my life so far and excited for people to read a first-hand account of my life that's accurate and wholly truthful. After news of the memory broke, a representative of the Sussexes said the Duke had spoken privately to the royal family about his memoir very recently.